So the thing about Russian rumors or rumors relating to Russia is that a lot of them have actually proven to be true. And one of the rumors that is floating at the moment is, and it's possible that Putin's already made an official statement on the matter anyway, but that Russia is going to start doing what is known as parallel imports, and they are going to forego foreign copyright. What that means in simple terms is, the best way to demonstrate this is to use Apple as an example, is that they're going to basically start importing Apple hardware while foregoing copyright for Apple hardware. So the way that this will work in practice, or can work in practice, is China at the moment makes the actual hardware for iPhones, for example, right? So China knows how to actually manufacture Apple hardware, right? So Russia, because they now have now that it's proven and we know that Russia has a really good tie with China, Russia can now go to China and say, okay, the iPhone hardware, so the iPhone 12, iPhone 13, give us that hardware, make it for us. And then when it arrives in Russia, the Russians, what they will do is stick their own logo on it. They'll probably still be able to put iOS on there, because iOS, the operating system for the iPhones is free anyway. And because it's actual iPhone hardware, it will work, because the software is designed not to work on non-Apple hardware, not on iPhones basically. So it will work anyway. And the Chinese will probably be quite willing to give it to them anyway. If they're getting paid, they will hand it over. Then, like I said, what Russia will do is stick their own badge on it. And they will then be selling the exact same thing as an iPhone 13, right? Exact same hardware, come from exactly the same place, but maybe 20% less, 30% less, 40% less. Because the only reason iPhones are so expensive now is because Apple is abusing its market position, right? So what will happen is, or what can happen is, you'll be in a situation where you get an iPhone from Russia with the Russian logo on it. It could be anywhere between 5 to 50% cheaper, and it will probably come with all the accessories for free. So AirPods, charger, all the other things. And so what that does is, it does one of two things potentially. One, either it could destroy Apple. Russia may not be actually interested in actually destroying Apple, because one thing that Apple is going for is design innovation and tech innovation. That is something that China and Russia cannot compete on. So they do need them. They need Apple for the thinking, the design strategy. But what it does do is it keeps Apple honest. So it stops Apple from abusing its market position, which is to rip everybody off, basically. So imagine if they do that to the iPhone, what else they could do it to? They could do it for the entire Apple line of products, the MacBooks. Imagine getting a brand new MacBook Pro, M1 MacBook Pro, for, instead of, say, starting price at $2,500, imagine getting it for, say, $1,200, right? Or imagine, you see, copying software is actually harder, but imagine getting hold of Adobe software for an entire Adobe suite for a one-off fee, and for a very low fee, and it being the exact same software that Adobe is chucking out. Or imagine getting a BMW. I don't know where BMW is probably getting manufactured in Germany, which is different. But anything that's being manufactured in China, but just with a Russian logo on it. Imagine exact same hardware, but for half the price or 3/4 of the price. Now that is really something, and that is a world I'm perfectly happy to live in.